What is going on, team? Welcome to the news. I feel like a Walmart's version of the halftime show of Dr. Dre appearing. We back. Been a while, eh? Truth be told, you know, kind of like the build-up to the British finals, we did a lot of videos, we did a lot of vlogs, we did a lot of traveling, and then after the British finals, just needed a few weeks to decompress. But we're back ready to rock and roll, so you'll see the videos start churning. Smash that like button if you're excited. Right, let's start off with the Open. That is coming this week, starting this week. We have plenty of news around it. One, we've had the equipment list, and what we'll need is a set of rings, a jump rope, a plyo box, a pull-up bar, wall space, wall walks? A barbell, some dumbbells, and some bumper plates. No ergs. And to be fair, the poster said dumbbells, but when you actually read closer to it, you only need one dumbbell. I mean, by the looks of it, we're definitely gonna have some double unders. But I feel like that's a pretty solid list for the Open. A general rule of CrossFit is if there's less equipment, it usually means that you can go faster and the workout is usually harder, but also more accessible and more fun. You know, and team, I don't know if you've seen it too over the last couple of weeks, the marketing towards the Open has completely changed and I'm a fan. I feel like the past couple of years, and even that video at the start of the year with Dave talking about CrossFit and testing it, he was always saying that they're gonna be the most painful workouts you're ever gonna do. Painful.
Time will be very painful.
You're gonna die, so, you know what I mean? Whereas since that video, I've seen like CrossFit shift into a community and it's supposed to be fun, and you're going out there to test yourself, and I like that change in marketing.
The most important thing to remember is that the Open should be fun.
These athletes live is always fun. You had a ball.
Now I've seen some of the athletes prepare, and Jeffrey Adler, the way that he's doing it, blew my mind. I really want to give this a go. Banded snatches. And if you didn't think that could get any worse, banded thrusters. Now I actually get the science behind it. It's for the solid lockout. That end little bit. We've also seen just this past weekend, James Newbury compete in the Ironman Oceania event, where apparently he got stung on the face by a jellyfish straight away, his back got jacked up on the bike, and his legs were buckling on the run, but he finished the Ironman in 4 hours and 56 minutes. And just in case if you don't know the distances, that's a 2.4 mile swim, 112 mile bike, and 26.2 mile run. Very different to my 5 sets of 3 back squats. If I did that a week out from the Open, I wouldn't even make the Open. I wouldn't recover in 4 weeks. But it just kind of shows, you know, athletes going into this first stage of qualification, the Open, making the top 10%, nothing really changes for them. They just add that workout once a week. And they can still do events like this alongside it. Whereas obviously that would not happen going into the games a week out from the games. No way. We've seen Kristen Holte change her mind. After the games this year, she announced her retirement. Dubai Fitness Champs was her last individual competition. Wodapalooza was her last team competition, going out on a win. And she said she thought she wouldn't want to do the Open, obviously because she's not in the shape that she usually is and her ego would take a hit. But she loves this sport and loves the community, so she just signed up for her 10th Open. In the post, she did clarify that she hasn't changed her mind. In terms of the retirement, her season will end after the Open, but we've also seen her new job role be announced, where she's joined Team Norway as she's entered the role of mental coach and assistant coach of the national team, their functional fitness national team. Cool. And with that, we may as well talk about the Open announcements. 22.1 and 22.2 have been announced. 22.1, we're seeing the showdown between two of the most consistent and dominant men in the sport, Noah Olsen and Patrick Vellner. And on the female side, Bethany Shadburn versus Danielle Brandon. And then 22.2, we see the up-and-coming Emma Lawson against the established Laura Horvath. And we're seeing one of the Panchik brothers, Saxon, go against the fittest man on earth 2021, Justin Madeiros. Little side note about Justin Madeiros, he's actually moving back out from his house in Boise, where he's been training in his garage, back to Vancouver, Washington to train at the gym there. That's where he'll be spending his season. But also, he has a whey protein coming out with Podium, cookies and cream, his own signature flavor. Now, in some news that we should all be excited about, the future is bright for Roman Krenikov. As we've seen over the last couple of years, he's made it to the CrossFit Games numerous times, but he's struggled to get his visa. Speaking to his manager Snorri a couple of months ago after the Dubai Fitness Championships, he was pretty confident that this year they'd get a visa. And in the past couple of weeks, the news broke that he has got a 5-year visa to the USA. Roman Krenikov himself had a crazy 2021. He was 2021 Dubai's CrossFit champion. He was 2021 Madrid CrossFit champion. He was the 2021 Butcher's Classic male team champion. He won the 2021 Russian Functional Fitness Championships, and he was in the last chance qualifier. And after watching him at the Dubai Fitness Championships, I think this year, gonna say it now, when is it? February, he's gonna podium at the CrossFit Games. Although looking at the power rankings that Morning Chalk put out, they put him in 5th for this season. They kept Justin Madeiros on top, Velna still in 2nd, Brent in 3rd. Interesting list. And on the female side, they put Tia in 1st, Laura in 2nd, Haley Adams in 3rd. What they're doing with these power rankings is kind of like the NFL, the NCAA, FIFA, where they scour the statistics and put them together to correlate kind of like where they think people are going to finish in the season. Interesting. Now, if you missed it over on Tia Claire Toomey's channel, she talked about her return to CrossFit. She talked about the crazy statistic that she gained 10 kilos whilst doing bobsled, obviously because the more weight she has, the more ability she's going to be able to push the sled.
I know a lot of comments were rolling in on my previous videos. So basically, the whole intent of putting on the weight was to help with my bobsled. You know, the heavier I was in my body weight, the lighter the sled I was.
But yeah, the 4-time fittest woman on earth is back in training and back solely on CrossFit. In other news, Sarah Sigma's daughter, we saw her at Wodapalooza, but she had to retire and withdraw from the competition on day 2. Apparently after event 3, she had a big scare with her knee. She heard like a pop or something. Went and got an MRI, and she said in the post that she has a fighting chance for 2022. So it looks like she didn't re-injure her ACL, but coming back from injury, the last thing you want to do is re-injure it. Since Wodapalooza, she's actually stayed in America. And she took to Instagram to say that she's moving to Alpharetta full-time this season in America, in Georgia, to move to Training Think Tank, to have on-site coaching for the full season by Max L. Haag. Also a cool little thing with Sarah, she was featured on Women's Fitness on the cover. In other news, Jonah Koski is back from his shoulder injury. He just doesn't realize that he hasn't got his skis on. The Icelandic super team have been training a lot, and they're training that hard that Annie looks like she's turned into Cat. Or is it just a mirage? I don't know. That was a terrible joke. In other news, after Wodapalooza, Matt O'Keefe, the director of Loudon Live, said that he is resigning. Obviously did an amazing job over the 4 or 5 years that he was there, and everyone was like, whoa.
Hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
Where's he going? Now we have the answer. A couple of weeks ago, he announced that he is now the CEO of Hard Work Pays Off, the brand around Matt Fraser, which encompasses a load of different things. Obviously, he has the training platform, the book, the Nike clothing deal. As Morning Chalk put it, the boutique training camp where he looks after Mal O'Brien and Jason Hopper. And what O'Keefe is coming in to do is to kind of consolidate that all into one place. And I'm sure that's not all of it. We're probably looking at like maybe competitions, maybe more merch. I mean, who else can run a competition better? So to me, it's exciting to see the brand like Hard Work Pay Off just I'm excited to see where it goes. Now, if you've gone through all of the CrossFit content possible, watched the movies multiple times, and you're looking for a new bit of content to watch, CrossFit Mayhem have got you covered. The other day, they just released their movie, Undisputed, a Mayhem Nation film. They've put it on YouTube, 52 minutes long, proper movie. Loved every second. And Greg Glassman is gonna drop a book. And what he told the Morning Chalk was that he's not gonna shy away from the controversies. Ooh, controversy. Damn. All right. Just this past week, we've seen GoWOD Mobility become the official mobility partner of the CrossFit Games. That's only 4 years after they started, which is pretty incredible. A list of athletes that they have: Brooke Wells, Davidsdottir, Simmons, Barnhart, Holte, Gabby Magala, Jackie Dahlstrom, Fraser, Madeiros, Bridges, Adler, Panchik, Koski, Simmons, Krenikov, just to name a few. But what they're doing that's cool over the open is that they're doing specific mobility protocols for each of the open workouts, both a pre-workout mobility protocol and a post-workout mobility protocol. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then to finish today's episode, we're going to talk about another CEO, but now not CEO, Eric Roza. Now, I'm not going to go too much into this. I've had a little look. Apparently, the chairman of the board of directors and the CEO, they are the top decision makers in the organization. So basically he's moved from one top decision maker to another top decision maker. However, the CEO of the company is the person who oversees the daily operations and logistics, so more hands on the ground, whereas the board chairman is the head of its board of directors and protects the shareholders and the investors' best interests. Now, to be honest, it means nothing for you at your CrossFit box. Now he's the board chairperson, he can actually pick the CEO and fire him if he wants to. But anyway, team, that has been the first news video back. Wow. Wild child. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, please do smash that like button. If you're new around here, please hit that subscribe button, which is probably down here somewhere. And if no one has told you today, you're an absolute legend. Feels good to be back. Da 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 da. Okay. Ciao.